Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with a viewer submitted battles. This is from Ganetto, who is a not only a longtime subscriber, but fellow content creator. So I will link his channel in the description. Go check it out. And he is running Venusaur, Kommo-O, and Galarian Stunfisk in the Ultra League. And I've done obviously Frenzy Plant Venusaur before. It is pretty strong in the Ultra League. It just is running into a little more problems with all the Registeals and like Talonflames and Trevenants now. So it's a little more Walreign's kind of an evenish matchup. So there's a lot more that kind of walls uh, the Venusaur that didn't before. Kommo-O I have never used, and I'm excited to see how you use it. Dragon Tail, obviously, I'm just thinking about Giratina Ultra, so that's probably good there. And then close combat for your the Galarian Stunfisk and your Registeel and everything that's weak to that. So I'm interested to see how that works. And then obviously Galarian Stunfisk on the back end itself. So let us get into these battles. Appreciate you with that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. Kommo is on the lead on this one. Into Venusaur here. So Venusaur has a safe swap against Mew is fine, obviously. I'm just wondering what could hard punish this. Could it be Flame Charge? So, okay, so it's a one running Flame Charge. And now it comes a Greedent. So Greedent is, I'm building up my Greedent right now, actually. So I should be able to run my own Greedent soon in the Ultra League. Pretty tanky, but still going to take, looks like 2 Frenzy Plants plus a bunch of Vine Whips to take this out. They're going to get off probably just 2 Body Slams back to back will take this out because Venusaur is not super... Okay, so it's going to be 3. I was going to say, Venusaur isn't super tanky in the Ultra League, but Greedent is not a hard hitting, right? It's just a super spammy, bulky one. So going to get it the full farm down. Nice. So down a shield, but tons of energy, and the Mew's going to come back in. We know it has Flame Charge, so it could ramp up, but that's okay because we got back-to-back frenzies here. Almost back-to-back frenzies. So there's 1, there's 2. If I were the Mew, I would just shield and farm completely, coming out with a bunch of energy. They let it go. Okay, you don't even take it out. They're gonna have a bunch of energy, so I guess you gotta Kommo-O here. Dragon Tail goes through, so that's nice. Again, so Rock Slide. So Rock Slide, so both are resisted. That Dragon typing is pretty nice. And here we go. So it looks like you charge okay, not super fast, but not bad. Is this a foul play? It is. Can you survive? Yes, because you're half fighting, you can definitely survive. Get to back close combats here. So even if they shield, you should be able to go back to back and take this out here. Back 1 shield. Do we go down with energy there because of like the weird, sometimes it registers, sometimes it doesn't, or did you transfer that power? Let me see if you have a Pokemon left. You do not. So it's fine. You're going to get the Earthquake off for the win here anyways. Yeah, I find it very annoying. It sometimes does that, sometimes does not. Sometimes, even though if you time it properly, the energy still registers on you, even if you like try and go back to back there, but does not matter. Earthquake enough to take it out there. Samurott lead. So this is pretty good. Like everything seems to be resisted here. These Dragon Tails doing pretty nice damage. Hydro Cannons, everything's resisted, right? Hydro Cannon, Mega, because you're half dragon, so that's resisted. So not a good answer. So you pick up a lot of resistances, right? You pick up water resistance, you pick up, what else? You pick up electric resistance, you pick up bug resistance, and then the fighting, you pick up dark resistance. So you got a few resistances with this. That being said, Samurai is pretty spammy, able to take that with energy for, oh yeah, that's what we like to see. You can't go too much here because you're half dragon, so those powder snows will out pretty quickly. So let's just launch this. Okay, not bad. Giving up switch here, which is okay, a little bit late. Could be earthquake, but you probably survive an earthquake anyway. It's just a nice little spear. What do they have in the front that you took out? Samurai. I'm just wondering what, I mean, you didn't want to get fully farmed down, which is understandable. But giving up switch could have been potentially deadly, but not when they have a Crobat in the back and you're already way ahead on energy. I mean, Crobat's going to cause the Venusaur problems, that's for sure. But if they didn't have the Crobat, then you would have. But again, Venusaur and Galarian Stunfisk were really just going to get some frenzies off here. This won't take you out, but the wing attacks will add up quickly after. But I guess you're just saving the shields for Galarian Stunfisk anyways. Grab some shields here. Venusaur and Galarian Stunfisk like balance each other pretty nicely, quite honestly, because right, Galarian Stunfisk is, well, I mean, except for fire, because they're both weak to fire. But again, Dragon is resist fire there, so you're okay there. Plus the Rock Slide, it will do super effective to the fire anyways. Kommo-O should just be able to Dragon Tail down for the win. But otherwise, like Galarian Stunfisk is weak to fighting, which Venusaur will beat. It's weak to Galarian Stunfisk is weak to water, which obviously Venusaur can deal with. So we're throwing a bunch of resisted moves here at each other. It's probably what, Night Slash? It's Night Slash going through resisted because of the fighting. So this is why, I mean, I don't know all my typings either. I know a few. Gonna launch here and then probably get out. It's resisted, but you just lower your damage, your defense times 2. Is it gonna take you out? No, still super resisted. Just gonna go for some chip damage here. Yeah, I guess you can't really come Venusaur, so you have to come Galarian Stunfisk. So it's no, I guess you don't want to give up switch because you need to align here. And nothing's really gonna hurt you here because they're gonna have Night Slash and a Steel move, I'm guessing. So we're just gonna go for the full farm down. Yeah, you could come out with a ton of energy. You'll come out with like 50% health though, because these Night Slashes will start adding up. But coming out with a bunch of energy is not an issue. What do we have here coming in? Swampert. So launching one Earthquake to either grab a shield or do a lot of damage. So now you're up 2 shields. I've got to imagine they have a counter to this in the back. Yep. If they're running Swampert, they 100% have a counter to a Venusaur or another grass in the back, right? So giving up switch is okay because you're at 2 shields. And these frenzies do a lot. So it looks like we're just going to try and do some bunch of frenzy plant chip damage. And then maybe you could come in here. I don't know how you want to play this. You can survive one more for sure. I don't want to start shielding. Thing is, one more frenzy is not going to take it out. Maybe with these vine whips it will. Then you're going to be low on energy. Tried to catch. Good attempt to catch there. Let this go. So shielding it. Okay. You're going to try and catch on the back end here anyways. Nope. Ooh. This is going to be tricky now. It's the full farm down. Has a move coming out. Yeah, and that's going to win CMP over Swampert there. So good win. But yeah, that's the problem. Like if you have, like I said, if Swampert is, let me pause this here, because if Swampert's on a team, you are 100% going to have a counter to grass, and the best counter to grass in the Open Ultra League is Giratina Altered because it resists and it's super spammy. So barely snuck out a win there despite being up 2 shields. So just keep that in mind if you run into it. That's just a general for anyone if you run into Swampert. This is interesting because they can't throw the Seed Bomb, so they have to throw the Shadow Ball. So they do not bait. But these Dragon Tails are adding up. They get out into Obstagoon. So I'm going to, yeah, a ton of energy and bank it. Yeah, they're not going to throw Night Slash, so you know it's going to be a close cross chop. They do throw the Night Slash. Interesting. I thought they went. I get your thought process is try and catch the cross chop because they're not going to throw a cross chop into a fighter, but apparently they did. But Venusaur comes in, which is a really good matchup here. Obviously survived this. They may get. They're definitely going to get to 2 Night Slashes, which still won't take you out, but you may want to shield one anyways because it's going to be. It's going to put you pretty low here. And now you're going to have to. Yeah, I saw that coming. So you still have a bunch of energy here, just with that one. Um, yeah, just like the Night Slashes do enough chip damage. And even though counter is resisted, counter's still a good move. Like see Shadow Machamp and anything in like bad situations, like the counters still add up, even resisted, like a Venusaur there. So if you put yourself in that situation where you're gonna get that low, you're gonna go down with energy. So you have a bunch of energy here though, so that's okay. Hit him with a close combat, hit him with the second close combat. I think you have to stay in and try and hit them with the, okay, so you're gonna switch out here. They're just gonna ramp up. They don't have a shield, but they can probably take one earthquake and then foul play you from this next range here. Or they're just gonna go for the full ramp, knowing that they're not gonna, yeah, knowing that they're not gonna be taken out by an earthquake here. So they're not gonna be taking this out by this, and you're not gonna get to another one. So they're just gonna ramp up, do any chip damage, CMP, smart. You still have shield. You gotta let this go. They're really ramped up now, though. Yeah, there was that. Yeah, so that was one that I think you just kind of lost by not throwing that move and taking out that, or at least grabbing a shield on that Upstagoon there. And then yeah, your Galarian Stunfisk really has no matchup against this Scrafty, right? Because it's a counter user, which resists your rock type move. So you have to go for the Earthquake, and one Earthquake, as we saw, you need two of them to take it out. So it's just gonna ramp up way too fast. And this last matchup here, good to get the Venusaur on the Obstagoon, obviously. Let's see if we've learned our lesson and just gonna throw these Frenzy Plants here. Okay, again, nice, that's gonna come through. This will not take you out, but throw the Frenzy before they take you with a third Night Slash here. Okay, there we go. Very good. This is always a good move because you always force people to like go down with energy, which they hate doing. So sometimes they shield unnecessarily. Uh, just try and get a move off here. Oh yeah, sneak one more through because the Incinerate's not going to register. Still going to do okay chip damage. Obviously you have your Kommo-O, which is going to be great because it's going to resist, and you're going to get to a Dragon Claw if the game allows you to. They got a shield. They could do a Brave Bird here. I, yeah, it's worth. They're probably going to bait just because they know that you're likely to shield. Bank it. Malamar. Spicy. Bank the move. Come in here, Galarian Stunfisk. They're going to have a superpower, but again, Galarian Stunfisk in the Ultra League is pretty tanky, so they're not going to throw it right away. Foul plays do okay. I expect the superpower soon. Probably let this go, and then they're going to dump back-to-back superpower, because that's what I would do. But then you can probably just come in with, let both of these go. Come in with Kommo-O, Dragon Tail for the win. So that is the team. Kommo-O, interesting, like a lot of resistances. You can just full Dragon Tail if you want, quite honestly, but a lot of resistances. So it makes that like as a Dragon Tail user in the Great League, plus the close combat is nice coverage. So I like that. So thank you for the submission. Keep submitting those videos in the comments if you have any, and I will showcase them when I get a chance. So that is it. Thank you for watching. We're just going to close combat for the win here, and I will see you guys in the next one.